Welcome to Everything But the Kitchen Dink, the podcast where we discuss all things pickleball with your hosts, Rob and Andy.
Welcome back to Everything But the Kitchen Dink.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us again.
Yes,
we have got a stonker for you today.
Yes, post-nationals, where it all went down.
We're buzzing, aren't we? And not for the reasons that you would think, but on so many levels.
Yeah, I think we're really happy the way things went, but we'll talk all about that.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be pretty much a nationals debrief.
Yeah.
With
got a few other bits.
To throw in there as well. But
I never got you a drink, did I?
No, you didn't get me a drink.
Do you want a drink?
I don't want Guinness, thank you. No, I'll be fine.
Do you know, I'm so excited for this episode that I totally forgot about getting us a Guinness.
Well, I'm glad actually, because I've just eaten a massive dinner.
Have you?
Yeah, so I'm really bloated.
And you had a Guinness last night, didn't you?
It was the night before.
Was it?
Yeah.
They all blend into one.
So welcome back, everybody. First of all, as usual, I have to thank everybody for coming up to us at the Nationals and requesting your stickers, which we gave loads out, and just saying
whether you wanted it or not.
Yeah. Just people really giving us great feedback as usual. So that's, it means a lot to us.
It was just so nice. So many people telling us how they can relate to everything we're saying.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our games and everything, but there was one guy in particular, Martin, who actually, before we started the match, said, "I'm only here because of you two."
Yeah,
so I appreciate that comment, Martin, and it just shows that.
Just tell the listeners
because
in what way he was only there because of us.
He is from Cornwall, and it's a long way from Cornwall to Manchester. It's probably a good 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
With traffic, possibly more. I've never been down there. I'm never going down there. You're going down there.
Well, I will. I'd like to go.
Apparently, he was telling me that there's a really nice unit down there for pickleball.
What? That's up and running?
Yeah. It's probably quicker for me to fly to New York
and play pickleball. So it's already open with proper pickleball.
I'm sure he said 12 courts.
We'll talk about that a bit later on.
But anyway, he said,
courts.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
You probably are, but
but basically what he was saying is how, thanking us that our journey has inspired him to make that trip. And I would say, credit to you as well, because I'm lucky. I've had you this whole journey.
Thank you.
Well, but I'm not. Maybe I would have been Martin, who, without us, didn't have the confidence to travel that, on my own.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do, and I don't think I would have done it.
Did you beat him?
Yeah. We'll get into that. But yes, I appreciate that, and it makes us feel great when you give us these comments, because obviously, we do this for the love of pickleball.
Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. And yeah, well done, Martin, and to anyone else who had their first nationals. I know a few people. Actually, I like to give a shout out to a few people. So I just want to congratulate.
You were warned about not doing an hour of shout outs.
I want to congratulate.
It's fine.
I want to congratulate a few people. The main two being Gary, who have not been playing long, and they managed to get a gold medal. B got a gold medal in her. She played with her cousin, I think, and they got a gold medal at 3.0, which is a fantastic result for their first tournament. And Gary, I think, got a silver. So credit to them for going and doing it, because again, it's not an easy thing to do and play under pressure. So hats off to them. Also to Mick and Sarah, who had their first tournament, and I think Mick played in the men's as well, got to the semis. So really good results for people in the north. So it's just good to hear, and it's just good to hear that people are going to these tournaments and playing in them.
As we've mentioned, it was so oversubscribed. There were so many people who didn't get in. We'll be discussing how that can be fixed in future episodes.
Yes,
we will have Karen coming back on, the chair of Pickleball England, because obviously it's a huge topic. Everybody's talking about it there. There's possible qualification. I hope it doesn't go to that, but we'll see. In the coming weeks, Karen wants to come on and explain to everybody where it's going. But we have to say that it's fantastic that it's so oversubscribed. And, you know, it made me a bit proud, to be honest.
Yeah.
And lucky that you said we better register as soon as it opens.
Yeah, I'm glad we did, because otherwise one of us would have got in. It would have been a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, things will probably have to change a bit moving forward. But again, we'll get Karen on and discuss Pickleball England and the future of pickleball in England, because it's actually moving at 100 miles an hour at the moment.
It really is. And also, Karen will be on in the next few weeks. So send us your questions. If you've got any questions for Pickleball England.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, send them. And, you know, as long as they're not offensive.
like yours are.
Yeah, I was going to say like our questions. Send your questions and we'll put them to them.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So where do you want to start?
Well, let's just start at before the tournament, because obviously, like, we're used to playing on the badminton courts with the indoor balls, but we had the opportunity to go and play in Halifax.
Well, we were desperate to find somewhere that was the same surface.
Yeah.
Because we don't get to play on this surface, and that's really frustrating for us.
Yes. So a couple of lovely guys invited us for a game in Halifax on tennis courts, and we went down, and it was great, you know, just to play for 2 hours solid on those courts against two really good standard
who
players.
I never actually saw there. I've no idea how they did.
Well, I think they were younger, so they probably were there at the weekend.
Yeah.
So they weren't in the 50s, so you might not have seen them. But yeah, be interested to know how they did. Yeah, lovely guys, really good practice. And then after that...
well, I mean, let's just talk. It's interesting. I've not discussed this with you, but it was interesting. If you think back to that practice, it was great practice against younger players who were a higher level than us. But if you think back, remember this, because
they weren't a higher level.
No, we struggled, if you remember, with the serve, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it's funny how that came back.
Yeah.
You know, which we'll get into later. But it was really good, and it was great practice for us. It was really tough. I think we played for 2 hours. We only won a couple of games, didn't we?
Yeah, it was really tough.
Which, you know, that's what you want.
But it was great.
It was great practice for us. It was great trying to figure out the tactics.
Yes.
And that's something we've been working on.
Yeah, and no, it was good fun. And then Elaine, the lovely Elaine Shawcross, MBE, OBE.
Sir Elaine.
Yeah, she put on a session at the actual arena where it was being held on the Tuesday night for us to practice again. So we went down to that, and we were feeling good because I think we won most of our games that night.
Yeah, we did. I think it was all but the last one where we got absolutely hammered, and of course went into it.
Yeah, but
you know, our heads went.
It's interesting.
I don't know. It was just
I mean, it is what.
And then you judge your whole night on that last game, don't you?
Well, it was the end of the night. It was 2 hours in.
Yeah, but we were awesome. We were clicking.
We played really well. So we were going into the nationals really happy with our play and very excited. Now, the first day for us this time was mixed before the actual gender.
Yes,
which
is new to us. Well, it's not. It's new to us at the nationals.
Yeah, it used to be the other way around, I think.
When if you were there Saturday and Sunday for the under 50s, it was gender first and then mixed, which is the way we've always known.
We have.
So I'm curious as to why, and I knew it might be an issue for us because of your fitness.
Yeah, I've been struggling with a few niggles, but
for the last few years,
for the last 10 years.
But first of all, before we get into all that,
I'm not getting into the games yet.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the venue.
Yeah, so we get, it's one of those things. It's like, we talk so much, and we did in the last episode about preparing beforehand and then warming up. But what we didn't mention is that it tends to be that if you either have an afternoon session one day and then a morning session the next day, or vice versa. So we had an afternoon session. I think our first game was 2:40.
It was, yeah.
I took the day off work. Well, I took 2 days off work. But, we're sat here at 9 o'clock at home. What are we going to do? So we go in.
Well, we go there.
I think we probably got there 9:30.
Because for us, it's about the social side as well. So it gives us opportunities to see people and talk to people, which is what we love doing.
But it's a lot of waiting around.
It is a lot of waiting.
Can play on your mind. And, at some point, I felt like, I was waiting for an exam. Like I had an afternoon exam, and it's like when you get there, it's a long way away, and then you feel like as it's getting closer, you start to get a bit nervous. And
I think for a lot of people, everyone's in the same boat. You're either starting 8 a.m. or you're starting a bit later on.
I think we'd prefer an 8 a.m., wouldn't we?
Yeah, I'm up anyway. The venue, let me just talk about the venue, because for me, the venue's not big enough now, which obviously we'll talk about a bit later. But a few things I noticed was, I mean, they've got a little cafe there downstairs.
That was the first thing you noticed.
Yeah, because there was a massive queue and they had one person serving behind the counter. And it was just, and, you know, my business was in the food industry previously to this. And, you know, I was very efficient. And if, you know, I would never have had that situation where, you know, I like people being served quickly, getting it moving. They had no urgency. There was one person, and I don't blame them. I mean,
you don't know that somebody didn't turn up for work.
No, I don't.
The infrastructure there is not set up.
But you've got to realise, you know, you've got a lot of people coming in. Be ready for it. You know, be ready for it.
Well, you know what the weird thing was? They had that small cafe in the entrance.
Yeah. And then the massive place upstairs.
Yeah, which had
no food.
But had 3 staff.
Yeah. But up there, when I went for some lunch, he said, well, we'll be getting stuff a bit later on. So then I had to go back downstairs.
Yeah. So
anyway,
I don't know why they had it. Just, you know, the other thing was the water. They had one water. I mean, we're talking about Bolton Arena here.
Yeah.
It is huge. And they had one water machine that was about half a mile down a corridor. It's just, you know, it's just very strange.
At least I didn't ask anyone if they had nice hair in the toilets this time. I'm very proud of that.
Well, I don't know. I was going to ask you that.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Did you see anybody doing anything? And I'll be honest.
Yes, funny enough, actually, yes.
Did you?
I go into I don't know what it is with me and toilets. I go in, I just remembered actually, and there's this guy having a full-on blown argument in the cubicle. Like, we're all
on the phone,
right, going on about, I did the good job and it was a great job and you can't do this, and we're all like in the.
So someone's not paying it.
So yeah, someone's not paying.
Was it a pickleballer? Did you see?
I didn't see who it was, but I don't think it was a pickleballer. But there was a few pickleballers in there, and we're all looking at each other, just going.
I wonder if it was someone to do with the cafe.
No.
No. But you know, the weird thing is, I mean, I tend not to like throughout the day. I eat very little, but I don't go to the toilet. I don't know if it's nerves.
I do.
I got there. I think I went to the toilet.
You're missing out.
I went to
because
the
it all
toilet,
happens
but then
in those toilets.
I went to the toilet upstairs. I didn't go to the toilet at all until I got home.
Right.
And I wonder if subconsciously I don't want to walk into something like you have a couple of times.
No, it's fine. There wasn't much of an experience this time. While I'm thinking, before I forget, also I'd like to give a shout out.
That's what you're here for.
To all the volunteers and staff that helped run the event, because, you know, it took ages to put the lines down, to take it all up, to put the nets up, to do everything.
It took me ages to do that.
Yeah, you didn't do it. So well done to all the people that volunteered and helped out with that. You do a great job.
And not only that,
but
the introduction of court monitors this time.
I was just about to say.
After the bad feedback from the Open was a great move, and it worked so well.
Having court monitors was the best thing. I mean, they were on it. You could not warm up on a court. You could not go on and have a
no, but also they kept it running to time. We could go up to them and say, when are we on? Are we on next? And they'd say, no, someone else is on first.
It was brilliant.
It was brilliant.
It was.
Great addition.
It was really good. And the referees as well.
No, not so.
Which we'll talk about again a bit later on. But amazing for the court monitors, because, I mean, you don't get a warm-up when you play a game. It's literally 2 minutes. And then you're into the game, which is fine. It is what it is.
I mean, the difference being this time is that the games flowed. You finished one game, you went straight on to the next game. So you didn't really need a warm-up. So that worked quite well. I just want to say also, when we get there, and you mentioned about seeing people, the community, and this is when people make fun of us for playing pickleball, they don't understand the community is like no other. I mean, I've played other sports, not to this level, but there's nothing like
it's true.
There's nothing like it. And, you know, apart from the people coming up to us, you know, you end up talking to people you've never spoken to before. It's just such a warm, amazing atmosphere.
And it's not just that. We just have such a laugh with people.
We do.
You know, we have such a good time. You know, even going out in the evening, we went out for a meal and stuff. we have such a laugh with the people we know there,
Yeah.
and it's just great. And I look forward to that more than anything else.
I mean, it's so good when you're not playing.
Yeah.
It's just great fun. You're just meeting everybody. I think somebody said to us, 90% of the people in pickleball are just the nicest people.
Yeah. I keep finding the 10%.
You're probably one of the 10%, to be fair. But it's great. So from a social point of view, people coming on their own, if you're another Martin and you can't decide whether to come, everybody is so friendly. I ended up talking to people who I've never spoken to before.
Yeah, no,
you have a good laugh. You support people, whether you know them or not. There's great games to watch. There's 2 show courts. It was just amazing.
Yeah, watching the stuff on the show courts.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the top level youngsters, just incredible games.
Yeah.
I mean, and the streaming on YouTube as well was fantastic to watch. When we couldn't be there, I was watching it at home. So,
yeah.
I mean, that was great as well.
Yeah. First thing I did was put it on YouTube
I
when I got home.
so much good. But
and I'm really sorry about.
Go on.
It's a positive episode. This.
Yeah.
It's taken us 121, but it's a positive episode, and I'm sorry, but it's going to stay like that.
What, positivity?
Yeah, on the whole.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about positivity. So let's talk about the mixed day.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to do your experience first? Because you were actually playing with a brand new partner, never played with
a blind
before.
date. I mean, I think we met briefly at the Open, and then you got a message from Caroline saying that. Would Andy play?
Yes.
Maybe she was a bit nervous to ask me directly. I don't know. But I wasn't. My attitude on mixed has always been: if I play, I play, and if I don't, so be it. It's really hard with the mixed. Anyway, I think I scared her a bit in last week's episode.
You could scare anyone.
I know, because I had a little.
You had a wobble.
I did have a wobble. Just because of things you'd said to me, not intentionally, but we were talking about.
What did I say? I knew I'd get the blame.
No, it wasn't you. It was just
you got in your head.
It's not you. It's me.
What did I say then?
Just about sandbaggers and things like that. And when someone says to you, "Don't worry about Duper," everybody worries about Duper.
Yeah, someone came up to me about Duper and. She said to me, "Oh, my Duper's going to be tanked this weekend." I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." Yeah,
you and me both, love.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So that's where the wobble came from. It wasn't anything to do with Caroline, and she said to me she was a bit worried after that.
Yeah.
But then I did calm down, and it's difficult when you've never played with someone, and there's a lot of people, more so in this tournament, because people didn't get in.
Yeah.
So one part of a partnership got in and the other one didn't. That was quite common. And then yes, I was nervous, and I'm sure she was nervous. However, we had a game with you. We had one practice game, didn't we?
We did, yeah. I don't know how we managed to do that.
I don't know how.
I think we just snuck on a court.
And I think you wiped the floor with us.
Yeah.
But I was very happy at that point.
Because you could see,
because I'd had a game and I could see she was a good player.
Yeah.
And also we had a laugh about this together as well. But when you also pointed out that Duper was 2.9,
yeah,
which just shows it makes a mockery of Duper.
Well, it should go up now.
Yeah, it probably would go to
more than yours.
5, yeah. But yes, I think little things like that were getting to me because let's face it, I'm fragile.
You're a basket case, yeah. You come across as this tough guy with the exterior, but in there,
do I?
Yeah, but you're a mess inside.
So we get to our first game, and of course, it has to be somebody I know, a good pairing from our club.
Yeah, it was.
And so that was on my mind as well. So we get started, and I think, I wanted to enjoy it, and it was fine. And by this point, we'd spent a few hours together, and we'd had a good laugh, and she's a lovely lady. And we ended up, I don't really remember the specifics of the game. I think we were always behind, and I think we got it to, I think we were down like 7-4 or something. But, but it just felt good. It felt like the game was never truly getting away from us. We both made some nice shots. We both went for shots when we shouldn't have gone for them. We were having a laugh. It was fine. We ended up losing that one 9-7. Now, at this point, you have to say, all you want to do, 11-9.
Right, I was going to say
11-9.
you were playing up to
I think,
9.
Yeah, I think we got it back to 9-7 or
which
something.
Which is a very close game,
And I think it was 10-8, and we ended up 11-9. And at that point, I was so happy. We competed against a pairing which I knew was really good.
Yeah, they are very good.
So that sort of set the scene for the day. We lost our first one. We won our next two fairly straightforward. We were having fun. We were having a laugh. Then we got pickled.
Right.
It was one of those things. There were a lot of long rallies.
I just remember the people that pickled you. I ended up playing.
Yeah, in the bronze medal match, which we'll get into. Yeah. They were so unassuming looking.
Yeah, he was very tall though.
Yeah, he was really tall. I loved him a few times. She was a fantastic player.
Brilliant.
There was no weak partner. We had, sometimes when you get pickled, things just go against you. A couple hit the net and go over. It was fine. I was okay with it. We played well. Sometimes it's just difficult and things don't go your way. Yeah. We got pickled. Then the last game we won. We won 3. We lost 2. It was great fun. I enjoyed it. I was really happy. And that was me.
Good.
She's got.
You didn't get through.
We didn't get through, right, no, because the top 2 both won 4 and lost 1. So we could have gone through.
So you had 5 games.
We had 5 games. Yeah,
right, okay.
Yeah, but still, it was only the top 2. So I appreciated having the extra game. That was really
that's good.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but for me, I just I want to enjoy myself, but I want my duper to come out on top. It's not been updated yet, and I think I won 3 and lost 2. I should be fine. I mean, maybe the
still worrying about it.
Maybe the pickle.
You've been checking it every day, haven't you?
I have actually multiple times.
I've not even looked at it.
I mean, we've been to some tournaments. Granted, they're small tournaments, and they've updated like the next day.
Yeah, but obviously it's a lot of people.
I wasn't sure if they update them live.
No.
But yeah, so I was really happy. We didn't get through, and to be honest, I had a feeling we didn't. I wasn't really checking, and then it was confirmed, and that's fine.
Yeah,
we had fun. It was great. Now over to you.
Well, similar thing.
Now you were very nervous, weren't you?
No, I wasn't nervous at all.
Okay.
No, I've told you I don't.
No. Okay.
No, I don't. No, I wasn't nervous. Okay. So I played with a new partner as well, who I've managed to play with probably a couple of times because she's local to me. I think we played twice together before the Nationals. So obviously, I was probably apprehensive, not nervous, but apprehensive of how it was going to go.
I think you weren't nervous from that point.
I was apprehensive.
It was more a case of you don't know what you're going into.
No.
You think your dupe is going to tank because you're going to lose every game. But I was confident that was not going to be the case. Because you were playing with a good player, albeit maybe a bit rusty, but a very good player.
Yeah, she's a brilliant player, and I think we hit it off straight away, which was great, and we just got into it. And I think we won the first game. I can't remember the scores you, but the second game. I mean, my group, I knew a lot of the guys in it. I knew I think 3 of the pairings in, or 2 of the pairings in it, and I knew they were very, very good players, top players. So I knew it was going to be tough. So I wasn't expecting to get out of the group, but we won the first game, we lost the second, and then we won the next 2. And I was.
So you were 3-1.
We were 3-1, and the top 2 went through. So we went through, and So I'm just thinking, was that the quarters?
No, you went into. I think. Did you go into
the semis? Did we get by? Because we only.
Do you know what? Did it?
I can't
did
remember.
It go straight into the semis?
No,
it went into the quarters.
It must have gone in the quarters.
Yeah. So who did you play in the quarters?
I don't know. Who was it?
I've no idea.
No idea.
I remember watching you. I just don't remember.
And we went into the quarters and we were on a roll, and I think we obviously won the quarters and went into the semis, and then we lost the semi, and then we went into the bronze medal match and ended up playing the pair that pickled you.
Yeah. Was the semi close?
I can't remember who I played. I just can't remember. I don't even remember. It must have been close. It must have been close until I get my scores through. I don't remember.
I think you played. Did you play earlier, Mark?
Oh yeah, sorry. I see where you're going. Yes, yeah.
Oh,
So yeah,
just stirring.
It's just come back to me. Do you know? It's just completely gone. Yes, we played a pairing who are very, very good and have played at the open level before. So I knew it was going to be a tough game, and I think they beat us 15-1. They really, really played well. We couldn't get going in that game, so we went into a bronze medal match and played the people that pickled you. And it was a real battle. We had a referee.
It was such. It reminded me of the game when you won the gold that time.
Yeah.
Did you think of that?
Yes,
at the time?
I did.
Yeah.
It was a real grind. Having a referee was good because obviously you'd have to worry about the scores and any foot faults and things.
Well,
like
you do
that.
have to worry about foot faults. Did any foot faults get called?
No, but I got a verbal warning.
Yeah. And you were aggressive.
So this happened very quickly, and I didn't realise what had happened. And then I just left it, and then the next day I actually saw the referee, and I asked her why I got a verbal warning, and apparently she called.
Well, you argued a call.
It wasn't.
Did you challenge a call?
No, she called a foot fault or something, and I carried on my momentum. Didn't hear her or anything, and just smashed the ball back over the net, and it was seen as an aggressive behaviour.
Right, okay.
So I got a verbal warning. I didn't even realise at the time what I'd done. But my first verbal warning. I think they should have yellow and red cards.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yellow card.
Yeah.
But it was great to have a referee, and they won the first game.
What, the referee?
And then we played the next one, and we won the second game, and then it was just a slog.
I think it was like 11-10?
Yeah,
it was just an amazing game to watch.
In fact, the referee said to me, she said it was such a good game to referee. The pickleball was so good.
Yeah.
And it was great to be a part of it. And
there was a bit of a crowd gathering around, and it was really good. And there was another, there was the final going on at the time, and I feel like everybody was watching your game.
Yeah, it was a battle. And unfortunately, we didn't win the battle in the end, and they won 2-1. But, you know, fair play to them. They were brilliant. Both the man and the lady in there were fantastic. Very, very strong players. There was no weaknesses there.
You couldn't target back. There was so many lobs, and everybody got the lobs back.
Yeah, it was just a great pickleball.
Yeah,
and that's what you want.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a shame it wasn't recorded.
It is a shame because I would like to have watched it back. But we didn't get the medal in the end. They got the medal, and fair play to them. They deserved it.
You did so well. It was such an achievement.
I was very, very pleased.
Losing out the way you did, it was so close.
Yeah, I was very pleased. I had a great time.
I kept saying, "That's my boy."
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
but it was great to play with Jane as well because she's very calm on court, you know, and we talk things through, and it was just worked really nicely. Yeah. And you know, that's what you want from your partner.
And she's only going to get better, and
she's a great player.
And Caroline's only going to get better. She'll get much better.
And you're only going to
and then she'll dump me.
Yeah,
because that's what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then we'll have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Well, that's mixed for you.
One thing I wanted to ask you: how's your chair?
Well, so yeah,
I think we got it wrong because my chair was delivered actually the day after.
So my little chair came. It was a bag that you fold open, this bag, and then the legs pop out, and it becomes a stool. But it's a stool for very, very small people because it's literally the whole thing must be about 12 inches. So
well, I actually had a look today because there was also a lot of people who had those chairs that
they're better.
They're like a concertina, so it's like a disc.
Yeah, they're very good.
And then they look like those plug sockets where you roll up and it's an extension cord. They look like that.
Yeah.
When
and they just
I actually had a look, and they are 18 inches off the ground,
right?
Whereas your chair is about 11 inches off the ground.
I was going to say it was about 12.
So
inches.
Basically, if you're fishing or you're a 5-year-old at a party, then it's a perfect chair.
Well, it's gone back.
Oh, you sent it back?
Oh, yeah,
right,
sent it back.
Yeah, I got a refund for mine as well.
Yeah, I sent it back. I've got a refund for it. So I'll look at maybe the other one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the other one.
Yeah,
because everybody had them. There was so many of them.
Yeah, they were really good.
But as it happened,
I didn't sit down much though.
There wasn't. We only sat down when we were watching a game, and we watched a lot of games on the show course.
Yeah, we did,
which was really good. But there was plenty of chairs anyway.
Oh, I just realised I forgot something. But anyway, I just need to give a shout out.
Oh, go on.
Well, this is
a few minutes.
This is to my man Sanjay, who, I don't know if you know Sanjay, but he does padel jewelry. Or you see everybody walking around with pickleballs and paddles around the neck. So just a shout out to him, because not only is he a great guy and fun to be around, but he does the most beautiful jewelry.
It's pickleball specific, so you know, little paddle on a chain,
little
and
courts,
earrings, and like I saw he's doing these actual pickleballs as earrings. They're really cool.
Really nice stuff.
And if you're looking for a Christmas present,
look him up.
It's padel.com. PADELLE. And also he's now doing, I don't know if you've seen, did you post pictures over the weekend? He's doing these like proper pickleballs on a chain.
I've got one.
Have you?
Yeah, I forgot to wear it.
So and our friend Anthony McIlvain was wearing one as well. Unfortunately, it fell off and he stood on it. Well, you know what?
He said to me, he messaged me, he goes, I was playing, it was round my neck and it fell off and I stood on it. He said, now I've got to buy that one and another one.
But you know, how authentic is that? Because how often on a session, a regular session, are people standing on pickleballs because they're cracked?
They
so
do. You
know, Sanjay really does give that genuine pickleball experience.
So a good shout out to him.
We'll have another shout out in a few minutes.
So moving on to the following day.
Did anyone ask you how you're getting on?
Loads of people.
Loads
of people. I'm happy to tell people, you know. I'm a different man.
What changed?
I don't know,
because I'll get onto this when we talk about the men's, but something has changed.
Something's massively changed.
Something has changed. Apart from the fact, I'm just going to,
because there's a certain point in the day that we realised, and
we'll get onto that. But I'm just, so we go home. We watch some more. This was Thursday night.
Yes.
So let me I'm just going back.
You're looking through your WhatsApps?
I'm looking through my WhatsApps because the reason I say what changed, and I knew you were going to be fine. However,
I played through the pain. I forgot to say
I was in a lot of pain, and this is what I was worried about. By having the mix first, because I was fearful.
I'm still in pain now with it.
In some kind of way, it would have been great if you went out in the round robin. But you didn't, and it was grueling.
It was grueling, and I pulled my side, and it's still hurting me now, to be fair. But the next day, I messaged you. Is this what you're looking for? The message that I sent you to say, I'm in agony, blah, 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 blah. But I was never going to let you down. And you knew that. I was never going to let you down. You know, I was paying on painkillers. I had a back brace on. And luckily, when I got there, another shout out to Jazz, because this is an episode of shout out. But I've got to say, if anyone knows Jazz, she's fantastic with her hands. That could be construed in a different way, but she's I think she's actually a trained massage therapist or something like that. And she said to me, come upstairs, and I said, that's the best offer I've had all day.
So I woke up on the Friday I didn't have a good night's sleep. It wasn't because of pickleball. I just don't sleep well. I wasn't aching or anything. And I wake up, it's 8:07, and I'm waiting for that text. I've been awake since around 6-ish. I'm waiting for that. And then I get a message from you, and it's not that. We were on the promotional video for day one, weren't we? And that was the message I got. And I thought, hold on, when's this coming? So I got that message at 8:07. At 8:10, I get, I'm in a bad way, pal. And at this point, I'm like, here we go. Like, what took you so long?
I was in a bad way.
Been up all night, done something to my back.
And
I replied, so shocked.
Do you know what, though? What the interesting thing is, so many people are playing with injuries and playing through the pain, but that's it. So I was never going to not do it. And I went, and just going back to Jazz, she took me upstairs to where the food place was. It wasn't open. She laid me on the floor and she did some massage on my back. and it really, really helped me. I had a back brace on. I took ibuprofen. I put heat rubs on. I've done the whole works.
I mean, I was worried.
I'm actually really frustrated now because I keep getting these things.
Okay, however,
it's getting me down a bit.
I mean, I then got a text 15 minutes later saying, can't even bend down.
Yeah, I couldn't put my shorts on.
Can't put my shorts on.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Oh, which reminds me.
Oh, yeah.
When I went to get dressed for the second day,
yeah,
I went to my shorts drawer and I saw the shorts that I thought I wore the day before. Because I bought these shorts in America, these athletic shorts. They're really nice, like black and shiny. And then so I thought, how have they got back in there overnight?
Yeah.
So I went to the washing basket.
Yeah.
I actually, for a change, I put something in there. And I pull out these shorts I wore yesterday and I wore swim shorts.
Well, yeah, you were taking a dive, weren't you?
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, yeah, so I was worried, and I did say to you at the time, look, and I genuinely felt that I would rather, if you needed to pull out,
I wasn't ever going to pull out
because I didn't want to go on court, and then you'd feel even worse if you couldn't move.
Yeah, I went over to Karen and sat down next to her, and I said, look, she said, do you want me to find someone to replace you? I said, no, I'm playing. And actually, as I played,
well, I think without having, they have a physio on site, but
I went to see him, couldn't get in.
Yeah.
So Jazz did the magic and put a back
you were
brace
still in
on.
pain, but she also said that once your first game will be tough, and once you get going.
She was right, because once I did get going, I felt good. So let's talk about that, because
I think we were confident. We were quietly confident. However, we've been confident before. We were confident at the Open. We didn't win a game.
Yes, we didn't.
And I don't know. Did we know the first?
We knew two of the pair. Well, we knew
but
one
the first
pairing,
match we didn't know.
First match we didn't know.
No.
In fact, we knew 3 out of the 4 pairings.
Yeah, we did. We did. However, I was still tingly. First sort of 1.5 matches, I was tingly.
Well, the change Robert has no nerves at all anymore.
No, but I wasn't nervous. It didn't affect my game.
No, it doesn't with you.
And we won it. I can't remember any scores, and I can't refer to Duper for the scores.
I think we won it, and we won it quite easily. I think it was 11. Well, I don't remember. Well, I know
maybe 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah, I know it was. We won quite well.
Then we played a pairing that we know.
Yes. Which was also going to be tough, because
who was sort of new to the 4-0 in the Nationals.
But it's tough because when you know people and you played them before, and it can get in your head a bit.
Tough
and they're
players.
good players.
Yeah,
they're good players.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe our experience.
Was it up to 15?
Helped.
It was. Wasn't
no,
it?
No, it was 11.
All right. So
and
we
I think it was
11-3.
close in the beginning, and we won 11-3, and it was good. And at that point, this is a couple we lost to in a Lancaster tournament. We got absolutely battered. Because sometimes it's sometimes we're our own worst enemy. I think we know that
which
already.
Will happen a bit later on.
And then we were 2-0, and then we won. I think our third game was against our old nemesis. Not really our nemesis.
No, we love Kevin.
Kevin, who we seem to be up against every single tournament. And credit to you, Kevin, because a lot of his friends didn't make it in, and so again, he was stuck with somebody who he'd never met before. So it's tough, and I think we won that 11-1. But we've been in these situations before,
absolutely.
And it's very easy, like when we lost that 15-3 that we shouldn't have lost. In Lancaster, you can get in your own head, you can get overconfident, and I felt like we were very professional. And then in the last game, we went our toughest game.
Well, that game we went into playing 2 guys that we knew who were very, very good players, who we'd actually played against in a final
in Sheffield
not too long ago. So we knew these guys, and they beat us in the round robin last time. So we knew it was going to be a tough game.
And I think we were 5-2 down.
We were 5-2 down, and
I think we won 11-6. And it was just great. And I have to say, I'm going to take this moment, and I haven't mentioned this to you.
You're doing a shout out.
I'm going to do a shout out for you.
Oh, okay.
Because you were the most amazing partner.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, it was, I didn't have a wobble this time, but
no,
you were just we were just so together, and it's taken a long. I'm not saying we've never been together before, but this is the first major tournament at 4-0 where it's really clicked for us.
Well, I think a lot to do with that is me not now having any nerves. I think that's a massive change for me. Before, I wouldn't play how I could play, and I feel now I can play my pickleball because I'm not being held back by the nerves and the stress of being on court. You asked me earlier what's changed. I think I've put life into perspective, and I think I've put pickleball into perspective, and I've just realised now that, you know, it's not life and death. This, you know, I know I keep saying this, like, you talk to people who are going through some really bad stuff, and then you think about pickleball and you duper, and like, who cares? Go and enjoy it. This is the time to enjoy yourself. We play pickleball because we want to enjoy it.
No, we loved it.
And we absolutely loved it.
And if I hit a good shot, you were just like, oh, what a great shot. And, you know, and it was just, it was just so warm and fuzzy.
Oh, you played really well. You played brilliantly. I mean, you played brilliantly.
I felt great. You were great. We were, it just clicked. And, you know, it was nice because we've had a lot of downs and a few ups.
We have.
And it's been difficult. It's been, you know, at times it's been a strain on us.
Yeah, it has.
We've tried to not make it that.
But it is hard, you know, on your relationship. But for everyone as well that, you know, I know a lot of people relate to our story, but I'm sure you've been there where, you know, you've had games and you've come off and you think, why am I doing this? It's so tough. But just think about the games that you can go on there and you can win, and then you can have that elation and enjoyment, because it does happen. You know, keep with it, stick with it. Don't give up, keep going, because there's times when you can get disheartened. And we've been through that. And we know, and I've said it many times, I used to come off court saying, I'm done with pickleball. But now things are different.
Yeah.
Until.
Hold on. Before you get into that.
Okay.
I actually saw this post.
Yeah.
Which summed us up. And this made me realise also.
Yeah.
That it's not just us. And basically, somebody had put a post on social media saying that they're sick to death of seeing their improvement during the week, going to rec play, and then they get to tournaments and they fold.
Yeah.
And it just resonated. And I think we also realised, maybe from the therapy of doing this show, that we're not alone out there.
Oh, no, not at all.
You know, and it was sort of, you know, on the lines of, you know, I'm feeling so confident, I'm improving, but despite being confident, skilled in practice, always falling apart in tournaments, missing easy points, playing the wrong shot, getting nervous, you know, just it's also a mental overload as well. You know, you start overthinking things, and we've been there, and this is why this was so satisfying. You know, it came to an abrupt end, which we'll get into, but it felt different this time.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we said a long time ago that the more tournaments you play, the easier it will get, because you just get used to it. You know, it becomes second nature. And now, because we've got so many tournaments around us and so many opportunities, I mean, literally every weekend we could probably do a tournament now, which is great.
Yeah, in fact, things are clashing.
They are, you know.
We have to now make choices.
But I think that has helped me as well, because, you know, doing more tournaments, you're under that pressure. So you get used to that pressure. So for people doing tournaments, keep doing them. It's the way forward.
And at that point, we wanted everybody to come up to us to say how you're getting on. I mean, really, we need interchangeable T-shirts. Don't ask me how I'm getting on, or ask me how I'm getting on.
We breezed through. We won all four.
Yeah.
And we were into the quarterfinals. Now, bearing in mind, we had our first game at 11:30 and our last game at about 1 o'clock, what was it?
Yeah, probably not even.
Even before that, we were then had about a 3-hour break.
Yeah.
Now, this is tough. Now, this is tough not only for your body, especially when you're in pain, because you start seizing up, but it's also tough because it's a long time to think about.
Yeah, it's tough mentally.
Because you've been very warm, you know, you've been playing all the games, and you're in there, you're in that mode, that pickleball mode, and you're warm, and your muscles are warm, and you're playing well, and all of a sudden now you've got a break for 3 hours. What do? Well, yes, you go and have something to eat, you have a walk around.
It's a really tough wait. It's like you're watching the clock, and
then the issue becomes, that then you're straight back on court without any warm-up whatsoever. Because that break, there's no warm-up then.
I mean, it's the same for everybody.
It is. But for some people will suffer more than others. You know, some people, it doesn't bother them. They can just do it. And I think for us, we struggled with that break, and we went into the game, and we knew the guys we were playing, they're very good players.
Beaten us before.
Yeah, and we knew it was going to be tough.
Many have.
And we got on court, and we just fell apart. Now, when I say fell apart, credit to them. They smashed us off the court. We could not get things going. We didn't know what to do. We looked at each other after. So I mean,
where we'd made adjustments in earlier games.
Yeah, we couldn't do anything.
Which was nice because we spotted things, particularly in the one we were 5-2 down, where you've played them before and they've got in your head and they've beaten you and you've beaten them. We made great adjustments.
And it got to 7-3, and it was 7-3 for a long time, but we could not get off 3. No. We couldn't figure out what we were doing wrong. I think we were just in, I think the mindset at that point was...
Well, it was up to 15 as well, so...
But the mindset, I think the mindset, I mean, people talk about mindset, but it's so important. And I think our mindset was not right at that point. And you could see it in our faces.
I think we both had an unspoken feeling that whoever got the next point at 7-3 going back and forth, I feel like we knew that if we didn't get a couple of points, we never gave up. We kept saying to ourselves, we're not giving up, but it just kept creeping away. And then when you're 13-3, at that point, you realise, you know,
it was a very frustrating game to be in, because afterwards we know what we did wrong.
Well,
but when you're
let me just clarify.
When you're in the game, it's very hard to then.
We didn't know what to do in the game.
No,
and so we tried to go aggressive, and it didn't work. And so we tried to not be aggressive, and it didn't work. We tried a few lobs, and I say it didn't work, but obviously the game wasn't over that quickly. It did go back and forth quite a lot. So to say nothing worked, but we couldn't get into a rhythm. No. We struggled with their serves. That was the big thing, and that's why I refer back to when we practiced in Halifax. And one of the guys there, we really struggled with his serve.
Yeah.
And throughout the 2 hours, we also still struggled to the end. And it's interesting that this was part of our undoing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was just that. And,
can I just say something on that? Because the serve and return is such a key part of pickleball. And when we play on badminton courts with indoor balls. So you cannot generate, it's hard to get that speed.
Isn't the same,
It's not the same as when you're playing with the X40s on tennis courts. So it is a shock. And if someone can serve well, for us, we were worried about hitting the returns out because the balls fly. So then our returns will be short, and then all they do is come in and then forehand drive and then just smash it. So we realised very quick afterwards, I wish I could have that game back, because
immediately
I know where we went wrong.
I was devastated.
Yeah.
I was not annoyed. I was just at a bit of a loss. I've come off. Once again, we've been beaten by not bangers, but people who drive the ball well. I don't want to call them bangers because they were really good players. And it wasn't the defeat. It was the not having the answers. We've come such a long way with our tactics, and we won that gold because we switched tactics throughout the game. And I was just a bit disappointed that I felt like I was back in the same place again.
Yeah, and I came off and I was fine.
But then we got a great pep talk, didn't we?
We did, but I think you have to realise that sometimes in a game you're not going to have all the answers, and it's what you do afterwards and look at the game and think about, why didn't we have the answers in the game? Well, we know now where we went wrong. And I think that some of it is down to the courts, because obviously they had a very good serve. The guy that we plays on those courts regularly. Yeah. Every week he's playing on these courts, so he can hone in on his serve, where we can't really, because we're playing on badminton courts. So it's difficult. We can't get that. It's just completely different when you come up against the spin and the way the ball bounces on the courts. And we couldn't get our returns deep enough because the serve was good. And then obviously they were coming in.
And then when you're down, you don't want to hit it too hard.
Because you don't want to hit it out. You don't want to lose more points. And it was just
I think a couple of times I then tried to put a bit more on my serve and I hit the net a couple of times.
It's because you had your swimming shorts on.
No, that was the day before. Right, maybe I should have had my swimming shorts. Yeah. And a snorkel.
But I came away from it and I was like, I was upset. No one likes to get beat, but I was very over it very quickly. And I was just said to you, look, don't worry. look, we've done brilliantly well. We got to the quarterfinals. You know, it's not easy. The standard is very, very high, and we'll come back stronger.
And I think when
we know what to do.
I don't know when we had our pep. Louise Stevens came up to us.
Yeah, I love Louise.
And, you know, if you don't know Louise, she's a great person who is one of the matriarchs of British pickleball, really. Very, very experienced, and just came up to us and said,
yeah, she just
still amazes me. It's just a bat and a ball.
It's just a bat and a ball. Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's the attitude to have.
And, you know, 24 hours later, I did feel a lot better. And I'll be honest, I was buzzing.
Good.
You know, I looked at our performance, and, you know, it's a lot harder in a major tournament. When you're doing a small provincial one, they're also great, but
it's
not
margins,
the same,
isn't it?
Yeah. And I think I've come away even a few days later, and, you know, it would be natural to say, you know, we're doing the Nottingham tournament in just after Christmas, and if we played this couple again, it would be natural to say, oh shit, I'm playing them again. But I cannot wait to play them again.
Brilliant. I'm glad to hear that.
I am desperate, because I know, and I've said to you many times before in our lowest points as a pairing, I've never stopped believing that we won't get there. And I've said to you many times, we will get there. And I'm saying it again.
Let's hope so. And we'll just keep going. I mean, but these guys went on to win the gold medal. So, you know, we got beat by the gold medalists.
Yes.
So they were very, very good. They were a good pairing.
And just to sum that up,
yes,
you know I love my quotes, and I'm always sending you these TikTok quotes. And I saw this video. I actually sent it to you beforehand, and I think this resonates well with us. And I'm sure everything we're saying resonates with a lot of people, because there are a lot of great players out there who don't medal, who go to these tournaments.
Absolutely.
And the standard is so high that they very rarely medal.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I sent you this quote, it was Tom Brady, and he said, you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. And that is consistent. We know consistency is what we struggle with, and we'll get there. But you have to be consistent, you have to be determined, and you have to be willing to work for it. There's no shortcuts. And I think, you know, the other one I sent you was Agassi talking about, you know, don't worry about this, don't worry about that. The focus and the preparation is the only thing you can control. And I think we're a little bit handcuffed with our preparation when you talk about we play indoor courts. And, you know, and maybe, you know, we came up against a pairing that their preparation is much better than us. And, you know, that will change because there is more happening.
Well,
and there's more
I just wanted to say that on that note, I mean, we're hearing now all the time there are centres.
Every week we're hearing a new one.
There's one opening in York. There's one opening, hopefully, in Blackpool. There's one opening.
Sheffield one just opened today. I saw.
So it's starting to happen now. As soon as we can get one that we can go and practice regularly, it will make us better players.
I guess we'll have one in every single town in England, and then we'll get one in Manchester. But that's what I'm saying. You know, when I see quotes like that, I'm not. The reason I mention about you don't have to be special, it's because I'm not blaming tennis players anymore. You know, I've said to you I said it to you this weekend, and you said, well, he doesn't even have a tennis background.
Correct.
You know, some amazing player, I can't remember who it was. We're not blaming tennis players anymore. It's about our preparation.
It's about us, not anyone else.
And I learned since that 15-3 defeat in the quarterfinal, let's face it, we could have been in the other side of the draw. It's ironic how the draw works.
Yeah.
That we won the group and got the tougher draw.
Yes.
Played the gold medal winners.
Yeah.
We could have lost that last game, been really down, ended up in the semi-final or even the final.
That's what I said.
Because I think the rest of the pairings were all fairly even.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just the way it goes.
And it is the way it goes.
But I'm not blaming tennis players. I want to continually play tennis players because that's the only way we're going to get better at this. Okay. So
that was our nationals.
And I'm very happy.
You know, we come away. Well, I've come away, and I think you've come away now. Really pleased with how it went. Did we medal? No. Have we learned a lot? Yes. Are we going to do it again? Absolutely. So you know,
I mean, I'm interested to see. Obviously, there's a long time between now and the Open because I always feel like the Open is a much tougher standard. But I don't know. Let's see what happens.
It's a long time away. We've got tournaments in between. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Just to wrap up the Open, I think we've solved our shoe issue, haven't we? My feet didn't ache at all.
No, my shoes were great. The A6 Resolution 9s.
I mean, you were dancing around in those ladies' shoes.
Yeah, I was.
It was amazing.
Now it's just my back.
You were practically river dancing.
They were great.
Around the court.
They were great. Yeah, they were absolutely fantastic. So I'm really happy with the shoes.
We get a lot of people come up to us as well, or we're sort of like, and it's great, keep it coming. But people like to come and give us their opinions, and it's great to have people's feedback. But the overriding one, obviously, is sandbaggers. It happens, I just want to say, people will justify why they play at a certain level. You can't control it. There's nothing you can do.
No, you just have to play against it.
You cannot stress over it.
And it happens all over the world. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah, it's not just an English
thing. No, exactly. So if people want to drop down to win a medal, that's on them. All you can do is beat what's in front of you, or try and beat them.
Yeah.
So don't worry about sandbaggers. I don't worry about it.
And I guess the best you can do is try and get to 4, 5, or even 5, and then everybody's at the same level, aren't they?
Yeah, correct.
But obviously we'll wait for our dupers to update. Duper did contact us, having heard our comments. I guess they're not stupid. They know there's a lot of negative press. They've asked us about coming on the show. I've emailed them back. I've not heard anything since. So who knows? If we can get them on, you can send us questions, and that would be great. I'd like to give them the opportunity to put it right, but people are coming up to us. Some guy came up to me, I can't remember who it was, and he was wearing one of the other a duper equivalent, and he was wearing one of their hats, saying, this is the way forward. And I would like, duper are there, so I'd like them to be able to put it right.
Well, I think with duper,
but we'll see.
It's the thing that everyone uses, so we're going to be carrying on using it. It'd be nice to get them on to give us give them a few questions, but let's see what happens with that.
And I also came up with another new rule.
Oh no, people are coming up to you about your rule.
Thanks to Paul for the support, because I know he loved my rule about my rule last time about in mix, you're only allowed to hit it to the female partner 3 times, or any individual partner 3 times. I think it's the makings of a rule. Probably needs a bit of tweaking, but
a lot of tweaking.
Everybody loved it.
A lot of tweaking.
But I just wanted to ask you about bad calls.
What do you want to ask me?
There was the usual smattering of bad calls. Referees being called over, and
it's never ending, isn't it?
I mean, there was one for me where I saw a serve was out, and then they said it was in, and I have to call it as I see it.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
There's probably more that are borderline that we call in. We give the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But look, let's not be naive here. People call out because they need an out call, But generally, people are honest, and the ball moves very fast, and sometimes
it's hard.
You just don't know, and you have to call it in a split second. And one disappointing thing for me, by the time your semi-final and your bronze medal match was going on, you had a referee.
Yes.
There was no other games going on at this point other than your final. But so it would have been nice for on the fly for somebody to say, well, let's have some line judges as well. They could have had a couple of extra line judges,
I guess so, but even if you've got line judges, it's going to cause more arguments, isn't it? If you see it as out, and they see it as in.
I know you're never going to.
You're always going to get this, not until you've got machines.
But I heard on the court next to you, when maybe when the final started, there was arguments there. And they were gathering at the net. I don't know if you saw it while you were playing.
No.
It was. So here's another idea for a rule.
Go on.
Let people have 3 bad calls per match, or 1 bad call, or 2 bad, whatever it is, a number of bad calls.
What happens if you 9 something up and
then
you call 3 out?
Well, it's tactical, isn't it? It's like a challenge, because let's face it, they're going to call it out anyway, aren't they?
No,
if they want to.
Forget your rules.
I like that
You
one.
need to stick to your
I
day
think
job.
that's got some legs.
Stick to your day job.
I don't want to stick to my day job.
I just want to talk about drilling because
Well, it always comes home to drilling, doesn't it?
yeah, and I guess if you can drill, great, but people aren't going to take up the game time for drilling. I think drilling is on you. If you've got the time and you want to go and drill, do it in your own time. Don't look at club night to do your drills. I mean, some clubs are great and they'll drill for 20 minutes.
Well, it depends on availability. We've only got 2 nights.
Yeah, but
so.
if you drill for 20 minutes, it's not going to really do much. You need to go and drill 3 times a week if you want to get better.
Well, here's the question. I've written this question down. Is it pointless if you're doing it like once every month? Is it, because we've done it a couple of times. We've had some great sessions. We've got a ball machine and we've loved it. We feel so invigorated afterwards, but then we might not do it for another couple of months.
Yeah,
so
I think
is there any point?
I think it's like anything. You do a martial arts, you do it once a month. It's not going to really do much. I think you've got to do things over and over. Like anything is repetition, isn't it? So drilling once a month might make you a bit better. It ain't going to make you one of the top players. Drilling 3 times a week, well, that's going to make a difference.
Well, look at our serve, for example. We've talked about our serve, and when it gets to a tournament, I pull back on my serve because I constantly practice my serve. I suppose that's drilling it.
Yeah.
During rec play, 2 or 3 times a week, I'm constantly, and I would say probably 40% I hit out because I'm constantly striving for that perfect serve. And when it gets to a tournament, I rein it in, rein and lose, basically.
Well, that's again on you because you should be going for it.
But if we're drilling that constantly, if we've got a facility and I'm going before work or we're drilling after work, that's when it's a major benefit. I'm not saying drilling.
That's on you. Simple as that.
But I'm not saying there's no point in drilling. I'm just saying, is there any point if you're doing it once every couple of months? Probably not.
I don't know.
I suppose you've got to be doing matches it twice a drilling, week. Aren't they?
At least once a week. I think it's got to be at least once a week. Do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I've had it's actually, we talk about a lot of facilities opening now.
Yeah.
But I've actually had plenty of people saying, where can I play? Now, I don't know if people realise this, but Pickleball England has a club locator.
Yes.
So we must all be pushing that to people. Somebody said to me, I'm coming down in a couple of weeks. Can I come and play with you? And unfortunately, I said, if we had a facility to go to, then great. But I can't. But I said, go on Pickleball England club locator. And we've all got to be doing our job there, pushing that.
Yeah.
Getting it out there, put it on your Facebook and stuff like that. So
I agree.
But yeah, so I'm feeling good. You're feeling good. It's all good, isn't it? And I hope we've inspired people.
Well,
I'm not going.
I thought you were doing a wrap up.
I'm just wrapping up the nationals.
Right. Okay.
I hope this is therapy for us, but we do it because we want to help other people, and I hope our stories continue to push you to do these.
And just to add to that,
just realize that you're not alone. We're all feeling the same.
Just to add to that, if people do want to reach out to us to ask us any questions about anything, about how they feel, what they can do to improve, how they can go about things, just send us a message.
Yeah.
We're
if you want coaching, we know everybody in the game.
We're happy to help you. So get in touch with that. I just wanted to we've got an exclusive really, because I don't think
we do, don't we?
This is not out yet, and in fact I've not even seen it hands on yet. So do you want to introduce this? Because I'm very excited.
I'm just holding the brand new, which is not actually out until the 9th.
Show on the camera.
It's not actually out until the 9th. The Black Opal,
the 9th
6 Zero.
of November.
Yeah, we've actually signed a deal with 6 Zero.
Well, actually, this podcast will be out around then, so it will be out.
Fine. Well, I just want you to know I'm holding it now. It's not currently out.
It's the 4th. Oh, wow.
So it's still got the wrapping on. I almost don't want to take it off.
Let me touch.
But already the pre-reviews.
Can you see the sparkle in it?
Yes, it's got what
diamonds.
Dust. Yeah, diamond.
Oh my God,
dust.
that is beautiful.
It is. Look it up. The Black Opal. It is supposed to be the next big thing.
Here it is.
A step up from everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about it, but I'll look into it.
Yeah, I mean, I've not used it yet. I don't want to use it yet, and I was a bit worried.
The only thing I'll say straight away, this is a hybrid shape, and it's a 14mm paddle.
Yeah.
And it's also, the class it as an all court, but it's also a power. It say all court on it, but it says power as well. So I've seen a few reviews on it, and they're saying it's very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Up there with the boomstick from South.
And also cheaper. So I'm, watch this space, because we're going to be using it. I know, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've also got the Ruby Pro coming as well.
Yes.
Which is a brand new paddle.
So we will do some
they
proper
sent me
reviews
the old
on these.
Ruby by mistake, so hopefully we'll be getting the Ruby Pro soon.
Yeah, we'll do some proper reviews on these.
But I just want to say also that next week we will be having someone from Carbon on. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but Carbon are appearing everywhere in the UK. I mean, I've already seen when we went to America, there's a lot of people.
Well, if I was to say what's the most popular paddle at the moment, I'd have to say the Yola.
Yeah, the Pro 4 is probably the best selling.
It's the most popular one.
But let me tell you,
there's loads of Carbons out there.
The Carbon that I've been using and you've used,
it's a great paddle.
Is amazing.
It's a great
if
paddle.
you're not into power paddles, I don't get any less power from it, and I'm not a power player. Maybe that's why, I don't know. But we'll have Carbon coming on next week, talking all about their range, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, they've got the new wave paddles out as well.
Yeah,
so we're talking about that.
So they really are, making waves in the
very good
in the market.
Very good.
Thank you.
So thank you for listening. As I say, it's been a hell of a journey for us. It was a great tournament. We loved every minute of it. We loved meeting you. We loved having the selfies, giving the stickers, and just hearing your stories.
And sorry, Joe, Jenna, we never bumped into you, and
Yeah, another shout out. He loves the shout outs. Thanks for listening. Keep listening, and we'll
keep
see
enjoying,
you all soon.
Play well, and
take care.
Yeah.
Bye for now.